So today's masterclass, like I've explained to you, to a lot of you guys on the phone, is simply to be able to guide you from the A to Z. Everything you need to know to become a commercial pilot, I want to be teaching you guys today. Does a commercial pilot need to have a degree? The answer is no. You do not need to have a degree to become a commercial pilot. You don't. 99% of airlines do not require a degree. Now, there are 1 or 2 airlines globally, the few airlines, who do require you to have a degree. But the only reason that they require you to have a degree is not because they require you to have a degree. It's simply because of supply and demand. So in other words, when there are tons of pilots, right, and you have only limited jobs, what happens is you say, okay, what can we use to even, reduce these people down even further? Okay, let's put a degree. But once again, there are very, very, very few. There are probably about like 2% of airlines globally who require this, and usually those airlines are even in America anyway. But now with the pilot shortage, global pilot shortage, guess what? They're even dropping those requirements anyway. Why? Because what are the requirements to become a commercial pilot? Because there's a lot of misconceptions. We do school runs where we go to different schools, and it's crazy what the schools are telling the kids. You must have geography. You must have further math. You must have all this stuff. And I'm like, no, you don't. Why are you lying to these kids? You don't know. You need knowledge, right? So what are the requirements? Very simple. Number 1, right? There's an age requirement. Now, you can actually start your flight training at any age. You can start at 12 if you want, right? But there's certain parts of the training which you won't be able to do up until certain ages. So to go solo, generally speaking, it varies from country to country, but generally speaking in the world, and by ICAO standards, to go solo, which is when, you're just flying the plane by yourself without an instructor, you need to be 16, right? To get your private pilot's license, which we're going to talk about what that means later, you need to be 17. And to get your commercial pilot's license, you need to be 18. So you cannot become a commercial pilot until you're 18, but you can start your training at any time. So depending on where you do your flight training, we usually recommend people, start maybe at 16 and a half. That way, by the time you're finishing your training, you're already 18 to give you your license, right? So that's the age requirement. There are only 4 requirements to become a commercial pilot. Really simple. Number 2 is you got to speak English. You have to be able to read, write, speak English fluently, because English is a language of aviation. You have what it takes to become a pilot, right? So the first thing which we need to assess before we even go into that is, what is your motivation? A lot of people want to become pilots, but their motives are wrong. Well, I'm going to say they're necessarily wrong, but their motives might cause them problems in the long run, right? Now, what do I mean by this? If you want to become a pilot, there are these people which I call economic migrants. You guys might know what an economic migrant is. An economic migrant is somebody who migrates where the economy is booming. So there are loads of people that they want to become pilots because, or more, I heard that they're paying pilots how much, I must become a pilot. So in other words, what's motivating you to become a pilot is not your love of aviation, it's not your love of aircraft, it's not there was a childhood dream, it wasn't, I want to work with people, it's I want to make money. So if money is your motivation, what happens if you don't end up making the money which you think you're going to make? You're going to be demotivated. Am I making sense? So it's important that you're motivated for the right reasons. So here's some reasons why maybe, I'm not saying these are bad, but if these are the sole reasons you want to become a commercial pilot, you might need to change your reasoning or, renew your mind or review it, right? So for example, if you just want to be a pilot, look at that, I like the way they wear their uniform. Look at the uniform. The uniform looks so nice. It's really good. Okay, that's good. But that can't be the reason you want to become a pilot. Because what happens if you don't even end up wearing uniform? There are a lot of commercial operators that don't even wear uniform. So imagine if your reason for becoming a pilot is I want to wear uniform, and you end up flying for a company who, they end up wearing, a polo shirt. Because there are loads of airlines and you will wear a polo shirt. There are some airlines, what if you end up flying, a job in the bush or something, right? And you're literally wearing shorts. Right? That's not really what you imagined, right? So there's nothing wrong with this, but assess your motivations. Generally speaking, your motivation should be stuff like you just love aircrafts. So I remember one day when I was at Mina Airport, there was a baggage handler, right? And listen, this guy looked like poverty. This guy was broke. In fact, his shoes were talking. He was covered in dust, all this kind of crazy stuff, right? And he came up to me, and obviously I was in my uniform, and he was like, "Oh, am I a pilot?" I was like, "Yeah." I was just like, "Oh, he too, he's a pilot." I was like, "What are you talking about? You're a pilot, guy, behave yourself." He was like, no, he's a pilot. I finished from Zaria 4 years ago, but I've been unable to get a job. I'm going to talk about the importance of why you guys need to join my mentorship program, because we help people get jobs. He was like, he finished from Zaria, he's been unable to get a job, and now he's a baggage handler at the airport, earning, I asked him, how much you make? He was like, 20,000 naira. I was like, dude, and you have all this stuff. And I made up my mind I was going to help this guy, and I did help him, right? And I'll tell you what happened to that guy later, right? He got a job offer with the Royal Air Morocco, right? In Morocco. 150, 130, 150 to $200,000 now. And the salaries are just going higher, 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 higher. And they're also increasing globally. Because guess what? As these people are raising their prices, people say, oh, I want to go here. So they end up leaving their country, going to this country, and now the people in their country are like, how are we going to get pilots? Let's raise our prices. And so globally, pilot salaries are being raised continuously. So this is an amazing time to get into the aviation industry. So how much do pilots actually earn? Like I said, in America, a first officer, you're looking maybe $100,000 plus, so maybe $150,000, $160,000 now. Captains in America, you're looking between maybe $300,000 to over $500,000. In places like China, co-pilots or first officers are earning realistically between $180,000 to maybe about $200,000, $210,000. It varies from airline to airline, right? This is a general outlook, right? And captains in China are earning over $300,000 US per year, right? Right, that's a lot of money. Okay, so Nigeria, because a lot of you guys here are in Nigeria. I'm also in Nigeria, so once again, it depends on your company. So if you're flying for a good company, like a really top company, okay, for your starting salary, you're looking between maybe 3 million to 6 million naira, right, per month, right, after tax, right, depending on the company you're flying for, as your starting salary, right? Some companies pay even more than that. Some pay less than that, right? So that's a good company. Maybe somebody like a Bristow or something. But if you're flying for someone maybe in Air Peace or so like that, it depends. I don't have their exact pay scale, and these things are continuously changing every single day. But maybe you're going to be earning, depending, because they've got different ways that they structure their salary, such as, okay, you must pass a line check, and after line check, you must do this and do this. But the average co-pilot is realistically going to be earning maybe between anywhere between 1.5 million to about maybe 2.5 million, right? Good. Same with other airlines like Value Jets. They pay their pilots about 2.5 million naira now, with stuff like that every month after tax. So that's the average kind of company. Now, your what's it called? Your lower end companies, unfortunately, they could be paying you maybe about 1 million naira, right? Every single month ever. I was with the senator, I don't want to say too much, right? But there's a pilot training program that is going on at the moment. You guys might have seen it for Delta State, all that kind of stuff. That's one senator training pilots. I've had several meetings with him, right? And so we're in talks to do, different things regarding that program, right? But the fact is, different people are training pilots. You need to be aware, have the knowledge. So here are a few people. So like I said, hit up your state government, right? A lot of your state governments, they might have a scholarship board. Guess what? I don't know who to talk to, man. I don't know. It's important that you join my mentorship program. I run a mentorship program, and where I basically mentor you. I'm going to talk about that later more in depth, from start to finish. The moment you join my mentorship program, I become your mentor. You and I, we go on this journey together. From the beginning till the end. From the moment you sign up until I help you to get your first pilot job, I am in your life. And we are strategizing, we are brainstorming, we are putting our heads together, right? Because 2 heads is better than 1. You see, a lot of times, I'm going to talk about why people don't even get sponsorship. A lot of times, you just don't even know who people know. So here you are, trying to do every single thing by yourself, not knowing that all you need is somebody else to help you. Because the moment that you get somebody, like I just told you, some people here might even be from Delta. I was with the guy who's doing the pilot training. Am I making sense? So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of times you don't even know who somebody knows. A lot of times you don't know what somebody knows. And I'm going to share with you guys so much information today. It's going to blow your mind. And you're like, dang, I didn't know that, didn't know that, didn't know that, didn't know that. And guess what? I'm even limited by time. There's 10 times more stuff I need to share with you. but we don't have the time. And that's why I have my mentorship program where I mentor people. But we'll talk about that in detail. Please, please, please. Everybody, make sure that you stay towards the end, because everybody who stays towards the end will get a prize, right? Or you'll get a surprise which you don't want to miss out, right? So sponsorship, hit up your state governments, right? Hit up senators. Right? A lot of people, they're just trying to get to the, to the governor. Oh, I've been trying to contact the governor, it's been difficult. Okay, how about the senator? Contacting senators is a lot easier than contacting governors, because senators are supposed to be accessible to you. Governors are not, right? So, and all of these guys, it's all politics. So a lot of times what you need to do is, you might need to know somebody who might know somebody who might be able to get you to the senator. And then you can create, we'll talk about, how to go about the process shortly, right? So hit up senators, hit up your state government, hit up scholarship boards in your state government, right? Another one is commissioners, right? So for example, in Nigeria, I know a lot of us are from Ghana here, but in Nigeria, right, you've got commissioners. And what do commissioners do? They're the people who sit on the council, right, with the governor. So a lot of time, what's this person saying? I know a lot of these people, damn. See? They're the ones that everybody just type right now, I need mentorship. Just type, I want to see it. I need mentorship. See, if I didn't say this, you probably wouldn't have even thought about it. You see, a lot of times, your destiny helper, right, is right beside you. A lot of times, the person who will even show you who's going to help you, right, is me. See, I will, if you're wise, guys, it's not by force, so you'll sign for a mentorship program later, and we'll talk about that later, right? So, commissioners, which I think the vast majority of you should sponsor your pilot training. It's what I call part financing. P-A-R-T financing. Part financing. Right? Part financing. Now, what do I mean by part financing? Check this out. This is just an example. Let's say, for example, your flight training is under $30,000. Out of the $30,000, you save $10,000. Remember, to save it is going to take a long time, it's hard. But you've tried. You've saved some. You've got some money, $10,000. How much do you now need? $20,000. Man, how am I going to get $20,000? The likelihood of finding somebody who's going to give me $20,000 is going to be difficult, right? Okay, you know what? Let me take a loan. So I've saved. But the truth is, if I take a loan of $20,000, that's going to be a lot. Especially at 30% interest, whatever, I might not be able to pay that back. So what can I pay back? What can my collateral cover, whatever? Let's just say it can cover $10,000. So you take a loan, $10,000. So now you have what? $20,000. Now you need $10,000. This is just an example, right? Now you need $10,000 left. What is the likelihood of you finding somebody who's going to give you $10,000? It's really unlikely, right? You need to know a lot of rich people or family members or whatever. Like, bro, in this economy, nobody's really giving you 10 grand. It's very difficult. However, let me now ask you a question. What is the likelihood that you can find somebody that will give you $1,000? That's now more doable, right? Higher chance, good, Khalifa. Higher chance, Hassan is higher. It's significantly higher. Now, what is now the chance of you finding someone that can give you $500? Significantly higher. So here's the thing. If you can find 10 people that can give you $1,000 from different places, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, whether it's an organization, whether it's a charity, whether it's a religious organization, we're going to talk about that shortly. Guess what? All you got to do is 10 people. Crowdfunding, kind of, yeah, right? But not really like crowdfunding, but I get what you mean, right? It's 10. All you got to do is find 10 people, and guess what? Boom, you have the money that you're required. Okay, you go to somebody, I need 10,000. No, I do have. You say, you know what? If you can do 500, I'll pay you back. It's not that I'm asking you to dash me. You could dash me if you want, but I'll pay you back 500. Okay, guess what? You got to find 20 people that'll give you $500 each. And before you know it, the money that you need is coming in significantly quicker because you're not trying to get the bulk amount. And you're going to different people from different places. Let me tell you something. When it comes to sponsorship, the people who are most likely to give you the money are your friends and your family. Now, if they're your friends, they're probably broke like you. Right? So they're probably broke like you. So they probably don't have the money, right? But the people who are most likely to help you are your friends or your family. Now, your family might not have the money, but guess what? You have extended family. Most people here, you're probably Christians or you're Muslims or whatever, right? So you have your extended brothers and sisters in Christ if you're a Christian, right? So in other words, or if you're a Muslim, you have your brothers and sisters, in your faith, in your mosque, in your church. Now, and I gave somebody this advice on our last masterclass. He got the money. I gave another guy this advice. He got the money. You see, your brothers and sisters in your faith have a moral obligation to help you. Now, they might not, because not everybody follows what's in the book, right? But the fact is, they are kind of morally obligated to help you because you're a brother and a sister. But what this now means is the amount of people that can now help you is significantly increased. So if you go to a church, I usually tell people, hey, you go to a church? They're like, yeah. How big is your church? Maybe like 500 people. Okay. Out of those 500 people, are there poor people? Yes. Okay. Are there rich people? Yes. Are there very rich people? Yes. So there's a wide mixture of people who attend your church. Now, all kinds of people attend your church, generally speaking. I don't know the church I go to, but generally speaking. So, people from all walks of life. One of the great things about me being in Zino Aviation, bruh, the amount of people that contact me is unbelievable. I am contacted by people, their father's a governor, this one is an engineer, this one's an international businessman, and so my contact list is humongous. So likewise, in your church, there are people. Now, guess what? Your pastor or your imam knows everybody. So even you're there. You might not necessarily know who is who in the church, but do you know who does? Your pastor does. Your imam does. And so sometimes you need to approach them to have this conversation. I'm so tit up right now. I can't believe I have all of this and I've been dulling. My uncle owns Nexon Oil and has a private jet, Obi Jackson. He helps people too, not just with power. Guys, everybody type right now, I need mentorship. You see, if you let me mentor you, I don't force anybody for my mentorship program. Right now, I've got about 20-something people. If you let me help you, you will go so far. Do what you need to do and make the right decision and sign up. I'm going to talk about that at the end. I need mentorship, man. All you need is for someone to open your eyes, right? So now, guess what? Yes, we want to help as many people as possible for as little as possible. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. I've been talking straight for a good 6 plus 2, a good 8 hours, and I've thoroughly enjoyed spending my time with you. Please, please, please make the right decisions. Don't go with the decisions you think are right. No, make the right decisions. I look forward to mentoring the rest of you who are going to sign up. I look forward to helping you guys who are going to come to ground school classes. I'm looking forward to you also do mentorship classes for cabin crew. Fantastic. Zino Aviation, maybe we'll have a talk about that. We're going to be branching into doing cabin crew either this year or next year as well, to do master classes and to help people, all that kind of stuff. But that's a future plan, right? It's been a pleasure for all those of you guys who are going to be, doing my ground school classes, medicals, whatever it is. I look forward to helping you guys to become commercial pilots and to fulfill your dreams. For those of you who are not at that stage now, like, man, the money is still the issue, no money, please keep on pushing. Remember everything I've spoken to you about. Try your best, right? Give your all, keep pushing. Have I really done everything? Think outside of the box. What have I not done? What have I not done already? Start to think about that. And join the mentorship program, and I'll help you to think as well. So guys, at the end of today, in the next hour or two, you're going to receive an email from me. It's going to include the brochure for the mentorship program. The payment details for the mentorship program will be on the last page, right? It's a discounted amount, so the discount will be applied in there. So just make payment for that sooner rather than later. The details are, the discount is expiring next week Friday, so do that. And yeah, I'll include the brochure for the flight school as well, so you guys can check it out. And it's been a pleasure, guys. Also, tomorrow, you're also going to receive an email. I would love to have a review from you guys. 100%. All the reviews you see on our website, they are 100% real, right? No scams. First name's there, last name's there, reviews are there. I would love to get testimonials from you guys.